Hey everyone, you're probably watching this video because you want to upgrade to Windows 11 now that Windows 10 is no longer going to be supported this month, and you're running into some errors. This video is specifically for the secure boot error, where your PC is not in secure boot. You've probably already found other videos that enabled your secure boot, but you're still getting this error. So if you've already enabled secure boot, but you're still getting this error, there's some other issues that you need to fix first. So this video will show you how to fix that issue. There's two parts, so I'm going to have a part 1 and a part 2, which I had to do for both of mine to fix this issue. The first will be to convert your computer to UEFI boot, and I was running into some issues where my hard drive wouldn't show up in the list if I switched it to that setting. The second would be when you're enabling secure boot, you have to actually trick the system to reset back to factory settings. So that'll be part 2, and I'll show you how to do that, and there'll be timestamps depending on where you're at in your troubleshooting process. My boot was set to legacy, and your boot mode needs to be in just UEFI. The only problem is when I changed it to UEFI, my hard drive disappeared, and then my computer would no longer boot up. So I needed to keep my computer in legacy mode in order to even start my computer. So what needs to happen is you need to change your hard drive over from it's called GPT is what you need to have it as. It's probably set to MBR, which is master boot record, and you need to change it over to GUID partition table. So it's a really easy step. Nothing, obviously back up anything, but I mean it's pretty easy. Nothing happened when I did it, but always back up before you do any major changes to your computer. But yeah, this is a easy process. It's built into Windows, which is nice, so I'll go through that. So yeah, basically this is going to be a video of how to change your hard drive over so that it can be shown in the list when you set it to UEFI. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to go to your Windows and type in disk management. Now my Windows, mine just says create and format hard disk partitions, and it'll bring up this window here. Okay, so this is the disk management, and when you go over here, you'll go to where, if you have multiple hard drives, you'll have to click on the one that has where Windows is installed. So under the hard drive, you click on properties, and then you scroll over to volumes. Now I've already done this, so mine is fixed, but I'll show you a picture of what it did look like. So it used to say, under partition style, it used to say master boot record, and then what we're going to do is we're going to convert that over to GPT. Now you'll see my disk says GPT, which allows it to be UEFI compatible. It's real easy. There's a tool in Windows, so I'll show you how to do that now. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do this using the command prompt. You're going to need to restart your computer, so you're going to have to probably change this video over to your phone to follow the next steps. Okay, so once your computer restarts, you'll have just a blue screen. Click on troubleshoot, and then click on advanced options, and then you're going to click on command prompt to bring up the command prompt. Okay, so then there's going to be two commands you're going to have to run first. The first one is MBRvGPT/validate. So once you run that, you'll then come down to another command, and you'll type in MBR2GPT/convert. After that runs through, you'll see here it says conversion completed successfully. I did get below that, it says like failed to update reagent. None of that mattered. I'm not really sure what that was. So after you reboot your system, you may have to enter the BIOS. If you don't know how to enter the BIOS, it's you just keep hitting the delete key. So once you're in your BIOS, you'll be able to change the legacy back to UEFI, and you'll notice that your hard drive now will show up in that list for your computer to boot. So that will fix your issue where you're unable to switch to UEFI from legacy. Okay, this is part 2. You had gone into your secure boot in your BIOS, and you notice that it says enabled and the boot mode is set to standard. This is what it should be on, however, you're still getting the Windows error. What I found is you actually have to change standard to custom and secure boot to disabled. Then you exit back and just save. Don't save and reboot, just save. Then come back into secure boot mode, and when you switch over custom back to standard, it's going to tell you to reset the factory settings. Click on yes. Now my computer prompted that I had to restart without saving, and so I did that. And so when it came back in, it was set to standard, and then you just change the secure boot back to enabled, and then you click on save and reboot, and pretty much that tricks the system back to the setting to enabled and standard, even though you had it already. For some reason you have to switch it off and then switch it back, and that fixed my issue where Windows was still saying I wasn't in secure boot mode. Hope this video helped you. When you go back into your PC, you should see now that your PC Windows meets all requirements. Have a great day.